Have you ever wondered why some startups succeed beyond anyone's expectations, while others fail miserably? What if the key to success lies in creating something entirely new, rather than competing in crowded markets? That's the big idea behind Peter Thiel and Blake Masters' groundbreaking book, 0 to 1. In this video, we're diving into their insights on how to build the future of future, shaped by innovation and unique value creation. Peter Thiel, a co-founder of PayPal and one of the first investors in Facebook, isn't just an entrepreneur. He's a contrarian thinker. His central argument in 0 to 1 is simple yet profound. The best way to succeed in business isn't to compete, it's to innovate. By creating something genuinely new, you can go from 0 to 1, building a monopoly and shaping the future on your terms. This concept goes against the conventional wisdom of incremental improvements and fierce competition. Instead, Thiel suggests that transformative progress happens when we leap forward with groundbreaking ideas. Imagine a world where you're not just slightly better than the competition, but where you've created a new standard entirely. That's the essence of going from 0 to 1. The first lesson is that competition is for losers. Most people believe competition is healthy, but Thiel argues it's a trap. When companies compete too fiercely, they drive down profits and stifle creativity. Think about it. When everyone is trying to do the same thing, the market becomes saturated, and businesses are forced to fight for scraps. Instead, the most successful businesses carve out their own space. Think of companies like Google or Tesla. They didn't enter crowded markets, they created new ones. Tesla didn't try to compete with existing car manufacturers by making a slightly better car. They redefined what a car could be by focusing on electric vehicles and sustainable energy. Google didn't aim to be just another search engine. It aimed to become the search engine. So, the real question to ask yourself is, how can I build something so unique that no one else can compete? It's about finding an untapped opportunity and capitalizing on it with a singular focus and determination. This brings us to the concept of monopolies. In most discussions, monopolies are seen as bad for society, but Thiel has a different perspective. He believes that monopolies are essential for innovation. When a company dominates its niche, it has the freedom and resources to think long-term and push boundaries. Google, for example, owns the search engine market. This dominance allows it to invest in ambitious projects like self-driving cars and quantum computing. Without the pressure of constant competition, monopolies can focus on creating value and driving progress. Thiel's point is clear. If you want to build a lasting business, don't just aim to compete. Aim to dominate. Think about the benefits of being the best at what you do. Monopolies have pricing power, customer loyalty, and the ability to shape the market advantages that allow them to sustain success over time. So, how do you create a monopoly? The book outlines 4 key characteristics of a successful monopoly. First, proprietary technology. You need a product or service that's at least 10 times better than the competition. This kind of innovation doesn't just happen. It requires deep thinking, creativity, and a willingness to take risks. Second, network effects. Your product becomes more valuable as more people use it, like Facebook or LinkedIn. Network effects create a positive feedback loop where each new user adds value to the platform, making it increasingly difficult for competitors to catch up. Third, economies of scale. The bigger you grow, the cheaper and more efficient you become. This is why scaling up quickly can be a game changer for startups. And finally, a strong brand. Something that makes your company instantly recognizable and trusted. A great brand is more than a logo or a catchy slogan. It's a promise to your customers about what you stand for. Combine these 4 traits, and you're well on your way to creating a monopoly. Each of these elements builds on the others, creating a powerful moat that protects your business from competition. But what about the human side of startups? Thiel emphasizes the importance of building the right team. Startups aren't just companies, they're groups of people working toward a shared vision. That's why he's so adamant about finding co-founders and employees who are deeply aligned with your mission. A misaligned team can destroy even the best ideas, while a united one can overcome immense challenges. The early days of a startup are often chaotic and uncertain, which is why having a cohesive team is so critical. It's not just about skills. It's about values, trust, and a shared commitment to the mission. So, choose your partners carefully and make sure everyone's rowing in the same direction. A strong team can be the difference between success and failure, especially when the road gets tough. Another critical takeaway is the power of secrets. Thiel believes that our world is full of secrets waiting to be discovered. A secret, in this context, is a valuable insight or idea that few people understand or believe. Think about the early days of Airbnb. The founders saw a secret. People would be willing to rent out their homes to strangers. At the time, it sounded crazy, but today, it's a multi-billion-dollar business. The lesson here is to look for secrets, those unique insights that others overlook, and build your business around them. Finding a secret often requires looking at the world differently, questioning assumptions, and being willing to take risks. It's not easy, but it's where the biggest opportunities lie. Ask yourself, what do I believe to be true that others might not see? The book also challenges the myth of progress as inevitable. Thiel distinguishes between two types of progress, horizontal and vertical. Horizontal progress is about copying things that already work, like creating more smartphones. Vertical progress, on the other hand, is about creating entirely new solutions, like inventing the smartphone in the first place. Thiel argues that the future depends on vertical progress and innovation that takes us from 0 to 1. And that's what entrepreneurs should aim for. Horizontal progress can sustain us, but vertical progress propels us forward. It's about solving problems in ways that have never been done before, whether it's through technology, design, or new ways of thinking. Let's talk about vision. Thiel stresses the importance of having a clear and ambitious vision for your startup. It's not enough to follow trends or chase short-term gains. You need a long-term goal that inspires your team and differentiates your company. Think of Elon Musk's vision for Tesla, accelerating the world's transition to sustainable energy. It's bold, it's inspiring, and it gives the company a purpose beyond profit. A strong vision not only attracts the right people to your team, but also helps you navigate the inevitable challenges of building a business. It's your North Star, guiding every decision and keeping you focused on what truly matters. Thiel also addresses the fear of failure, a common barrier for aspiring entrepreneurs. He doesn't dismiss the risks of starting a business, but encourages a different mindset. Instead of fearing failure, focus on the unique opportunity you have to make an impact. Every successful entrepreneur has faced setbacks, but what sets them apart is their willingness to keep going, learn, and adapt. The key is to minimize risks where you can and embrace them where you must. Failure isn't the end. It's a step on the path to success. By reframing failure as a learning opportunity, you can approach challenges with resilience and optimism. One fascinating point in the book is the idea of definite optimism. Thiel categorizes people into 4 mindsets: definite optimists, indefinite optimists, definite pessimists, and indefinite pessimists. Definite optimists believe the future will be better, and they take deliberate steps to make it happen. Indefinite optimists hope for a better future but don't plan for it. Thiel argues that to build something truly impactful, you need to be a definite optimist. You need a clear plan and the confidence to execute it. This mindset is about taking control of your destiny, rather than leaving it to chance. It's about being proactive and intentional in your efforts to create the future you envision. Finally, Thiel talks about the role of startups in society. He sees startups as the drivers of progress and innovation. Governments and large corporations often move too slowly to solve big problems. Startups, on the other hand, are nimble and daring enough to tackle the challenges that matter most. Whether it's curing diseases, addressing climate change, or exploring space, startups have the potential to shape the future in ways that were once unimaginable. They are the engines of progress, fueled by bold ideas and the determination to make them a reality. To wrap it up, 0 to 1 is more than just a book about startups. It's a guide to thinking differently about business and the world. It challenges conventional wisdom and pushes you to ask bold questions. What valuable company is nobody building? What secret can you uncover? And how can you create something entirely new? By adopting the principles in this book, you can position yourself to build a business that doesn't just succeed, but transforms the world. So if you're dreaming of starting a business, don't settle for competing in crowded markets. Aim to create something unique, build a monopoly, and make a lasting impact. Remember, the future isn't something that just happens.